Hi there, it's Kate again, and today I'd like to discuss with you the topic of state verbs. The topic of state verbs is closely connected with the present continuous tense, as far as no state verb is used in any continuous form. You have action verbs, use them in all the forms of English grammar, and you have state or stative verbs, and this presentation is aimed at helping you to understand which verb is state and how to use it. They define different categories of state verbs in the English language, though in this presentation I have put emphasis on the four main ones. So, let us first talk about state verbs which are used to describe our feelings and emotions. The first pair of opposites is very familiar to you. It is just like and dislike. Your friend is asking you, "Are you liking my new dress?" The situation is happening at the moment of speaking, because you see her and you are talking to her and she is asking you the question. So, it is obvious that you have to use present continuous. It would be obvious if like was not a state verb. The correct variant here will be, "Do you like my new dress?" The opposite of like, dislike, is also a state verb and cannot be used in any continuous form. The other pair of opposites will show you your possible reaction to this question. Actually, I'm hating answering such questions. So, you may hate answering such questions, but please formulate your thoughts in a correct way. Actually, I hate answering such questions. The opposite of hate, love, is also a state verb, so I'm loving it will sound a little bit unnatural. The other verbs which are used for feelings and emotions are the following: adore, respect, prefer, want, wish, enjoy, etc. Remember them and try to avoid using them in a continuous form. The second category is state verbs used for senses, for describing our five senses. So the first two problems and the first two phrases should be familiar to everybody who uses Skype. I'm not seeing you, I'm not hearing you. The high quality of Skype connection. Actually, the action is happening at the moment of speaking again. But see and hear are state verbs. So if you connect with someone via Skype and this person is English speaking, try to avoid this mistake and say, "I don't see you," or "I can't see you," and "I don't hear you," or "I can't hear you." The other verb which is used to describe our sense is taste. So, this soup is tasting delicious, even if it is tasting right now when you are trying it is not correct. This soup tastes delicious. And the second compliment to somebody's dish is smell, and it is smelling delicious too. It would be great if smell wasn't a state verb, so in this case the right version of this sentence would be, "and it smells delicious too." And be careful, feel. He has lied to her and now he is feeling pain in his knee. A sad situation, I think, and it is even sadder because it is formulated in a improper grammar way. He has lied and now he feels pain in his knee. Let us go to the next category of state verbs, that is, verbs used for describing mental processes. And my favorite example here is, "Sorry, I'm not understanding your joke." Sorry, I'm not understanding you. The next picture first will give you advice how to use understand. It is always don't understand. So you would say, "I don't understand your joke," and how to behave in such a situation. Don't understand joke, pretend to understand. So try to avoid using understand in continuous form, and also try to avoid the phrase sorry, I'm not understanding your joke, or sorry, I don't understand your joke. The other verbs from this category: think, believe, know, agree, recognize, mind, recall, remember, expect, and imagine, doubt, guess, mean. And the last category that I would like to draw your attention to is state verbs used to describe possessing. So, imagine the situation. My sister is 40, she is unmarried, and she's having 4 cats. Hi there. So, first of all, your sister is poor thing. She's unmarried and she has 4 cats, and also she has a lot of jokes about it. But here you would describe the situation in this way. My sister is 40, she's unmarried, and she has 4 cats. As have here has meaning of own and possess. The other verbs from this category are have, be, belong, need, own, possess, remain, include, involve. Got it? Now let us go to some verbs which are actually can be both state and action. Have. I'm having a cat is incorrect. You have already known it. Though if you would say I'm having a cat for dinner, like this character, it would be totally okay, because have here means eat. The phrases like to have a shower, to have a bath, to have a snack, to have breakfast, to have dinner, to have a drink, whatever, they can be used in a continuous form because their meaning is not own, is not possess or belong to. The other verb which can be also confusing is think. His thinking is not a good idea. It's his opinion. In this case, it's not correct. He thinks it's not a good idea. But if he's thinking about your idea all this week, sitting like this famous Rodin sculpture, then it would be okay, because it would show his thought process. Taste. If Nadia was English and Hippolyte would tell her that your fish is tasting disgusting, she would also think that he is both rude and kinda stupid, or just illiterate. So don't be Hippolyte and say that your fish tastes disgusting. But you may be tasting this soup for salt. I'm tasting this soup for salt means I'm trying it. In this case, it would be okay to use taste as an action verb. Be. Be is actually it's kind of tricky verb because it is used usually independently, and of course it cannot be used in any continuous form. He is talkative. He is talkative and it is character feature. It doesn't make you annoyed, or it is not something that is happening right now. It is just some fact about him. But in some cases, you may say, he is being talkative, and it would mean that he is behaving like this. Usually this kind of behavior is not typical for him, but tonight something strange with him. Maybe he is drunk, maybe he's in love, but he is being talkative, which is not typical. See. So usually if we're talking about physical ability, I am seeing you is not correct. And James Cameron, who's used the phrase I see you in his movie Avatar, was correct, was very literal person. But when see means meet, you may use it as an action verb and in a continuous form. She is meeting her friends this evening, or she is seeing her friends this evening. Also, do not forget that see as a state verb has the other meaning, understand. So the phrase I see you has 2 meanings, and it becomes even deeper than it seemed to be at first sight. I see you like a person, and I see you, I understand you. Though I'm loving it, which is McDonald's slogan, is not incorrect, because if you are too emotional or if you want to show something that really touches you, then use ing form for state verbs. I'm loving it. McDonald's shows us that people feel something really strong to its food. Or I'm needing you, please don't leave me. It is kind of a very desperate request. So now, I think that's all for the topic of state verbs. I believe that it becomes clearer to you. If not, feel free to ask any questions. Thank you for your attention. Stay tuned. Bye.